Last thing here, minor species. That's interesting.
That was my nickname in college.
You're listening to the Beans and Dice podcast, a podcast about how we game.
Hi, I'm Carlos Cabrera.
I'm Nick Oben.
And welcome to the Beans and Dice podcast. Today we are at Your Turn, a board game cafe in Zephyrhills, Florida, where we're being able to test out the space, try out food and drinks as they prepare for their opening day. We're excited today to bring to you an unboxing of a new game that just shipped in, Nick's game. Nick, what'd you get?
Indeed, I got Eclipse, Second Dawn for the Galaxy. Oh, look at that thing, all that cellophane. Still new in shrink. This is a famous Kickstarter, though it's famous for all the reasons Kickstarter doesn't like to be famous for. It funded in July of 2018.
Okay.
And so now here we are, March of 2020, and everyone's starting to get theirs. And it's exciting. We're pretty jazzed about it.
I've never done a Kickstarter before. I've never bought a single thing through Kickstarter.
Well, it's
So
funny.
I'm living vicariously through you with this unboxing.
And this was the first Kickstarter I ever went all in on, so it was kind of a rude awakening for me to then have to wait so long, although I prescribe to this solution of fund it and forget it. I mean, Kickstarter is not a store. They tell you that it's not a store. Fund it. After it funds, hopefully you'll get your game. Sometimes it doesn't come out right away, but that's okay. Anyways, I did go all in on this one. It's the Galactic Counselor with detail wash and the playmat.
This playmat, let me talk about this. This is nice. This is, you can see, double-sided. So there's the camera up top, double-sided, stitched. So I know it's hard to see because it's a black stitching, but it is stitched all on the perimeter. This thing is gorgeous. This is sweet.
Yeah, it's really nice. And what's funny is I don't normally go for playmats. I actually, in my collection, find them really difficult to store. They don't go in the box. They never fit in the box. They're not designed to. But when I saw it, and it was the fact that it was going to be two-sided, I was like, you know what? This is a game that deserves this playmat. So pretty cool.
Beautiful.
Yep. All right.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? We can read it now.
What's in the box?
All of the things. Okay, we're going to do this. Carlos is whipping out his knife, but look at that. It's just plastic.
No need.
That's okay.
We're not going to risk it cutting the box.
All right, so first of all, there's a couple of boxes here, and I'm now seeing...
Looks like double layer of cellophane.
I was going to say, this is... we may need that knife back.
So that's not one box, that's two boxes.
Two boxes, now each their own.
You get two unboxings for the price of one.
That's right. Wait, we're charging for this? All right, we'll do the main box first.
What is that?
Oh, so this is going to be the Worlds Afar collection, and I believe it was like a little mini expansion built into the campaign. A lot of Kickstarters do that now, which some people don't love. It's like, hey, if you already have an expansion, shouldn't that come later or be part of the base game? But this is the world we live in. Very exciting. All right, let's get the main box open. The one thing I will point out, here, let me get the shrink off, and then maybe the camera up top can see it. My kids and I, ooh.
It looks like a linen finish on the box. Yeah,
so that was Carlos leaning forward and me going, ooh. The box itself is actually really nice. That is, I guess, a linen finish on it. Now that I'm not touching plastic anymore, it's like, ooh, that's nice. All right, well, we're not going to turn this into too crazy of a thing.
Oh, let me see here. On the side it says 14 and up, 2 to 6 players, 25 minutes, per player.
That's right. Yep. So it scales in theory that way. One thing my kids and I had a good time with is this on the side here is the component list, and it reads like a huge paragraph as far as all the stuff in the game. So we're going to try to blow through this as quickly as we can. But there's a lot of stuff in this box, and that's just this box. Then the other one has the rest of the stuff. All right, here we go. Ooh, dramatic slowdown.
Waiting for the box fart. Nope.
It is. All right.
Look at this. Right here. I'll show this camera here, see if this camera can see it. You see right here, it's the stack of all the plastic trays and how to put them in what order. So it kind of gives you, right on the box, the instructions of how to put everything back in.
That's nice.
More game companies need to do that.
Yeah,
I need more of that.
Especially when you start shipping things with, I think, literally like 500 components in this box or something. It's
Game trays for days.
Yep, and here you go. There's
a paper copy of it. Yep.
Rule book here, hefty. Not going to go through that too much. Oh, color. A lot of color all of a sudden. That's fun. And these are, so all of the game trays, that was a big thing they talked about, fitting it into the box.
And it's actually the brand, the game trays, TRAYZ is in Zeta.
Exactly, yeah. So I actually don't know the Eclipse 1 very well at all. A couple of the guys that are here.
I played it once.
Did you? Okay. So a lot of these components, if you're familiar with Eclipse 1, maybe they'll mean something to you. They don't to me. I will point out right away, because I can see it and I'm excited. It was one of the only things about this Kickstarter I thought was super reasonably priced. The ship wash, so they can do a ship wash automatically, and you can see that. This is supposed to be just a straight up gray ship, but it's got the black washing on it. And here. You'll be able to see it.
Take that up there.
There
you go. Get up there.
Yeah, so just that little black detail there, or like the ships that look like that. You can see the lighting. Kind of cool.
Very nice.
We'll figure it out. Anyways, they look cool. I like, and that, as far as it's been a year and a half, but I still remember that only being like $10 or $15 for them to apply that ship wash, and it was like, oh, okay.
It's funny because my TI4, I started washing all my pieces myself because I wanted to get that contrast.
It's one of the cheaper, easier things you can do. We're just go through this. A lot of plastic places. I
remember there was a lot of chits in this game.
Yes.
There's a lot of chits. So it looks like trays for chits.
Yeah, and I don't know if you're going to pick it up here, but it actually talks about ship parts go here, the name branding here. Nice. We're going to run out of room to put all this stuff. I'll just start handling it to you. All right. Ooh, bags.
No, this is nice because this comes with built-in. This
Right.
comes with all the trays you need for all your chits.
Correct, yes. And so each of these, I think, then is going to be a faction or something. Again,
Must be the white faction. I see white pieces. We'll open up a different one and see what fits in it.
Yeah. Look at that.
Those are the space stations, right?
That is cool.
I believe those are space stations.
Yeah. I'm trying not to ham up too much, but these are neat. I mean, you can see the little missile
Trying to
launcher
justify your
things.
purchase? Is
Yeah,
that
you know. Only a little.
No, these are very nice.
No, these are nice, yeah.
Very nice pieces.
And it looks like they're actually, I assume there's going to be a ship stand in here somewhere because these holes
Yeah,
where
you
they're
can
meant
see
to be
a peck
mounted.
hole.
Yep. And then I do know.
there
I do
is a
remember
white
this
colored
yes,
topper. I'm
yes.
assuming
and then,
this will
and
be
then this
yellow.
is part of the game. So you actually put pieces in here, and this is like
part of the board.
Yeah. I think you put like your faction down in here, and then this.
There looks to be a perimeter to put something in.
Yes, and you put like tokens in there.
All right, so the colors, that was the colors of that faction. Here's yellow, and it's got kind of an orange wash to it. And notice the actual models. Let me get over here. The actual models themselves are all different. All the models are actually different.
Oh yeah, here's the blue version of that ship. There's the blue version of the ship.
I remember in the original, everybody had the same ship stuff. It was all the same.
And these, okay, cool. So these are like the little bases of the blues. Okay. Ooh, I like their fighters. Sorry, I gotta do it on camera. Ooh, nice. All right. By the way, in case folks, we're going to make it to the bottom of the box here. There's just a bunch of these factions. In case folks want the impressions, these feel nice. They feel, they're like rubbery plastic, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Like
it's not feels almost like a resin.
Right.
It doesn't feel like a plastic.
Maybe that actually is what it is. Good call. Yeah, look at that guy.
Because board games have more of a rubberized plastic. GW with their models is a very hard plastic. This almost has a density of.
Okay. All right, we're gonna blow through green, black, big piece of foam, which I need to remember if you're. Ooh, what do we uncover? Don't worry about the foam, but some kind of.
It's like a Death Star.
It's not a Death Star because it's
totally not a moon.
Totally different.
That's no moon.
Does it come out? Okay, there we go. Well, confirm about the idea of ship stands. They'll definitely be there because this one came with one.
That one came with one.
Yep. So there's your not a Death Star.
Not a moon.
Yep.
We got a cylinder. a nice translucent cylinder.
Purple. Ooh. Oh, this is like half the weight of the box right here. There's a lot of cardboard. See how thick that is.
A lot of dead trees.
Oh yeah, a lot of dead trees. They were grown for the purpose, so it's okay. A lot of tiles to punch. We're obviously not going to do it during this video unless you want to spend a lot of time.
No.
But here, okay, I'm glad we see this. So this is one of the, I think, player boards. This goes into the top
into the
of the
top
tray,
of
yeah,
the tray
and pops out. And then so you throw these middle things away. They go into the 3 middles here. Pops
I love this.
in.
I love this.
It becomes
I'm hoping
recessed.
I'm trying to get away to get the scene.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, yeah.
But if you look there, I'm going to focus in on that real quick. If you look there, you're going to see that there's a trash symbol. So what I mean by that is on this
little trash
tray,
icon.
it's got places to punch stuff. And then on everything that's supposed to get trashed, it's got a little trash can. Mm-hmm. As a puncher of board games, you know, as a hobby myself, that's a hobby on its own.
Nice. Yeah.
It's always scary that you're going to throw away a piece that's important or part of the game. By putting on there that trash this, that is awesome.
And
we need more of that.
And it's like all these little pieces too. I mean, it's like there's no doubt. Yep, that's trash.
That's trash. That's great.
One thing, the last game that I punched that had that, I made then a game of it with my kids, especially for a game this size where it's, at the end of the day, it can get a little tedious, but they love that, and it's like trash gets thrown, and that was their job. Like find the trash symbol, throw it away. Obviously, I mean, still have to watch them because they might just throw things away for fun.
That is a good thickness to the cardboard.
Yep. Here's one, it's interesting, here's a paper one. Not really sure how that goes, but it gives
you an idea what that's going to look like.
How that's going to go in there.
So similar to that.
Yep. And I'm sure it actually is the reason they give us a couple of paper ones. These could be like additional races. These are the race maps.
Look at this.
Yeah, so, yep. And it's an asymmetric game. The 6 races are different. You already pointed out how they literally have different plastic, different resin pieces. Plant race, Descendants of Draco. Here, we'll give everyone a
Eridani Empire.
little shot of it. Yep. There's Draco. There's Plant Race. There's really, really grumpy pit bull creature thing. Look at his face. It's like a
Anteater.
Anteaters. Nice. I like that.
This one's more of like a horror. He's got no eyes, and it's double-sided. Whoa. There's more races on the back.
Spared no expense. Nice. Actually, and that makes that answers the question that I was going to have, because this game plays up to 6, and I remember reading that giant component list on the side of the box, and it said 6 player race boards or 6 player race sheets.
So
and at first I was worried. I was like, wait, does that mean there's literally only 6 of them? And if you have a 6th player, you're stuck picking those 6? No. Apparently there's 12 to pick from.
And it looks as though each color matches a color on the bin.
Sure.
So the white player would receive this player board, and they'd have a choice between the Mechema
I remember,
and the Terran.
I remember what it is now. That's right. There are 6 Terrans. And I think
they're all Terran on the other side.
Yeah, I think you can do a version of the game where everyone's a Terran and maybe it's a little less
more balanced.
Yeah, a little less asymmetric. I think I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, please don't yell at me.
Leave your comments in there at Nick. You're wrong.
Nick Oben. Good stuff. Okay, so we've made it through the core box, and we're gonna put this away later. That'll be future Nick's problem. For now, I guess if we're going to make this a full unboxing, there is another box. We're going to go through it or not buy it.
All right, so 20. Oh, no. Let's bust that thing out.
All right.
What's in this? All right, I'll help you out here.
Yeah. Figure out what to do with that.
So I know these were on the bottom.
Squish my tray.
I know this
that was all the way
on the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Is we may be
this.
stuck actually unboxing this now later, because I think it only goes back into the box according to that diagram after you punch everything out.
All right, so that's a start.
There you go.
Everything else we'll have to figure out.
Bags are nice.
Set this aside.
I like bags. I like bags in games. Not to do too much of a teaser for folks if we end up doing this one later on if you like these unboxings, but Wonderland's War did just fund. That's another Kickstarter that I did get
Kind of like an
suckered
Alice
into.
in Wonderland thing?
It is. Alice in Wonderland goes pretty dark. Like, everyone's at war actually trying to kill each other. And there's no...
Alice in Wonderland was dark to begin with.
No ifs, ands, or buts. It's true. But Alice didn't have a sword, at least. Anyways, that one is it's a bag builder. The only reason I brought it up is because these bags, I have no idea what they're going to be used for in this game, but that game is a complete straight-up bag builder. So, all right, Eclipse Second Dawn for the Galaxy Worlds Afar Collection. Collection is an interesting word there, so it's probably not really an expansion so much as maybe just, well, I guess it's expansion, but just adds more of the same, potentially. We'll find out. Will we? Ooh, back of the box.
There's artwork on the back of the box, yeah.
And one thing that I know people are going to want to know, and I myself am wondering right now, and I forget what the answer was, does it fit in the main box? And that's always
We'll
a big thing.
update you later.
Yes, that's always a big thing for Kickstarters that come pre-built with expansions. It's one of those like, hey, if you know ahead of time that you've got these expansions, design the box ahead of time to fit them.
Or you can do like Stegmeyer and sell a separate box just to fit all the expansions.
You could do that.
New color.
I like
dice.
this right away because so this apparently is a little plastic baggie that contains everything you need for something called the Rift Cannon, which sounds like it's gonna be really powerful. And then they give you these 4 lovely pink dice, which I have a young daughter and she right away would love that. But so now it's already stuck in my head. Every time someone plays the Rift Cannon, I'm just gonna be like, oh, that's cute. How pretty.
Sounds like something a space turtle would like.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Here's the stands. Found the stands. Interesting that the ship stands are in like a separate Worlds Afar collection box.
I guess they don't come with it standard, so the basic box doesn't come with it.
What? Significantly more pieces.
Ships for each faction.
Yes.
Terran ships.
That's cool. These look like they're some of them are the same. Some of them are the same. Some of them are different. There's definitely a lot of these guys with like the big head, almost.
Looking like the Tau from 40K almost.
Yeah. Heavy. That's nice. Check them out. There.
That's good.
A lot of dice. Okay, so we'll cruise through the rest of this because it looks like this. I think this box does just complete what's supposed to go in the main box. By the way, this box is clearly not meant to be shelf candy.
It is cardboard, like packing cardboard, not cardboard as in boxed cardboard quality.
Yeah. And there's like nothing in it, literally just loose bags. So all these components probably do go back in the main box. Again, that'll be a problem for future Nick, I guess, to figure out. Galactic events, so that's cool.
More space tiles.
Yeah.
Some more location tiles.
Specifically, and then there is an area and section rules. So this may be like a little mini, expandable option there for your universe. Maybe you don't have nebulas in the base game, but now
Galactic
they're there.
events.
Yep. Yeah.
Contents: 8 sector hexes consisting of nebula, supernova, black hole, and pulsars.
More stuff.
Look, scoring sheets. Mm-hmm. We have ship tile parts. So almost like a pamphlet.
Yes.
Maybe that's to help newbies in understanding that was something for the Eclipse that was tough, was the tech system and what you could buy, what you needed to have to buy the next thing. So maybe this looks like an assist for that.
There's some these are some of the races here, race tokens. So additional discoveries and tech on the back. And then I really am kind of curious to see what this thing is. Let me
open it up.
Yeah. I'm trying to see if there is a seam that I'm supposed to open it, or we're just gonna knife it again. Oh, I got it right here. Don't worry, we're fine. Damn it! I mean, I was looking for that. He watches me struggle. Yeah, that's what I thought. This is like a book of some kind here. Beyond the Galactic Veil. Looks like it may actually be.
Is that a campaign?
Yeah.
Or is this?
Or
Look at the table of contents. No.
it could just be at this point again.
Fluff.
Again, I'm fund it and forget it, especially when there are delays, and then there's more delays.
Don't worry.
And now it's been a year, and now it's been
People don't
16
come here
months.
for intellectual content.
Yeah,
It's-
no, I'm just trying to think as far as like I have no idea, I have no recollection of why there would be a book, but it appears to just be story content, which is great. I mean, I'll read it tonight maybe. But yeah, I don't see anything about gameplay. When you mentioned campaign, that's why I was thinking like, crap, was there a campaign mode? That'd be cool. But no,
No,
it's
it looks
just
like
story and art. Story and art.
Similar to what FFG did with TI4, they came out with that separate art book
Yep.
and the history of the game.
And then
See more of these components here. So the scoring sheets, that's pretty cool.
Sleeping
I wanted
Gods.
to see this.
Sleeping Gods.
Okay, so
just
this
did
is a
that.
player reference. And it tells you and it shows
yeah,
you
yeah.
each and every
All the
tile.
symbology.
And then it gives you a little more information about each tile.
And it looks like there was actually even turn assist there, action phase versus combat phase.
This is going to be helpful for new players.
for sure.
Your players who are already versed in the game will have an advantage. This is going to help close that gap.
And one thing I think will be interesting to see. I'm sure there's other people already out there that have talked about it, but I don't know the differences between 1 and 2 because I never played 1. So I watched some videos on the gameplay of 1 before I decided to fund this, but again, that was some time ago. So, all right, more goodies in here. That's what I thought. We're at the end. This box, lovely. It's
That artwork is nice.
and that was one of the shots from that book as well. Last thing here, minor species. That's interesting.
That was my nickname in college.
Minor species ambassador tiles. All right, so just additional rules laid out here. Again, it could be an actual addition to the game, or it could be in support in the base game. We'll find out. But we're through. We're through the content, and there's a lot there. We obviously, that stack of cardboard that we didn't punch, that would probably take just as long to go through.
That gives you a glimpse of what's in the box and the components in the trays. Thank you for saving that opening for today.
It was fun. And it was good. I'm glad. After 18 months or 20 months, whatever it was, I wanted to not just open it and then throw it back in the box. So I'm glad that we got to record this. I'm excited. Excited to play.
Looking forward to getting our first play of this, and then we're going to do an impressions video to talk about how that play went and what we thought. I'd like to thank you for tuning into the Beans and Dice podcast.
Thank you, Your Turn.
On site today at Your Turn Board Game Cafe in Zephyrhills, Florida. They should be opening soon. This will be a cafe out in Zephyrhills where we're going to have food, drinks, a gaming library. I'll show a picture of the gaming library now.
It's huge.
Huge. It's this huge gaming library. Join us for more. Subscribe, hit like, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.
You're listening to the Beans and Dice podcast, a podcast about how we game.